So I was here not too long ago. I'm back on the historic east side of Santa Fe. That's Camino Poniente. And I'm looking down towards Camino del Monte Sol, which is where I was the other day. But today we're checking out a place over here on Beta Street. So I'm just gonna walk because it's a skinny street and there's nowhere to park. Yeah. So I need to figure out where this starts on the other end. I didn't realize it was only a one-way street. So sort all that out at some point. Today, Condé Nast just announced that the best cities in the country in Santa Fe got #1. It's the first time we've ever got #1. We've been on that list for a long time, but Charleston, South Carolina has always been #1 the whole time. We've been like right behind them, 2, 3, 4. And finally, we knocked them off. It's such a pretty street here. Lots of big cottonwood trees. Everything is looking very good. Had 2 nice storms in the last 2 days with over an inch on both. So 2 inches in the last 2 days, more or less. Yeah, here it is. All right, I'm gonna go in and check it out. Be right back. So we're standing right out in front, and there's a really lovely carport for parking here, and there's extra storage in front of that, so all the garage type items can go in that extra storage. And there's a door from the carport that goes into the to the garden area here. This door is going to the second bedroom. The guest bedroom has this outside access right here, but this is the main way to come in. Just lovely gardens all around. There's a banco in that corner over there. There's a nice 4-seater with an umbrella. This is probably a wisteria, maybe? It's very, very old vine in any case. Keeps it nice and shady back here. Yeah, that's definitely wisteria because there's another one right here and it is blooming. Then you have some other Russian sage, the stuff that I don't like, and then some, what is that stuff? Lavender. And then that looks like could be a fruit tree, I'm not sure, but there's definitely a big pine on the corner. But there's a lot of hardscape out here too, so you're not going to be having to worry about picking weeds and stuff like that all the time. And it's all on drip irrigation too. So another little lovely sitting area underneath the portal. It's pretty warm out today. It was like 88 when I was driving up here. But this house feels nice and cool inside, even though there's no cooling. So it was built in 1915 and it is adobe, all adobe, even the interior walls. To me, look adobe. You see how thick that wall is? There's a pony wall right there. That's adobe. The windows probably have been updated at some point along the way. And maybe that stove could be popped out and replaced with a new one if you wanted. But it's really got a lovely feel in here with these nice brick floors, blue tile countertops. I mean, that is an oldie but a goodie, isn't it? That's an old Kenmore there, huh? You got a little bit of butcher block countertop here and also in this center island. And then the fridge is kind of stuck over there in the corner. But look at these really large clear story windows that's facing southeast. So you're gonna get some natural gain from the passive solar. I mean, this is probably one of the earliest passive solar houses I've ever seen. 1915, it's very unusual to see ceilings this high in a home built in 1915. So, you know, wood cabinets for the kitchen. It's not fancy, but it's really well taken care of and really just has a great feel to it. I'll go show you that backyard in just a minute, but there's a nice Kiva fireplace in the living room here. Behind the door is a surprisingly deep closet with some extra storage up there. So another thing that I'll be highlighting, this house is not very big. It's only 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, a little over 1,100 square feet, but it has decent storage. That's an old school thermostat for the radiant in-floor heat, and a lot of the mechanical is new. They installed a new on-demand hot water and boiler. So to the right is the guest bedroom, which is quite nice. The ceilings in here are lower than the primary bedroom, but still very high. That is probably a queen bed there. This actually happens to have its own Kiva fireplace, which is a nice little attention. I wonder if that picture is of this room from a long time ago. I mean, it's got the same brick floors. That's crazy. That's so cool. So again, I'm liking the windows. Okay, they look very authentically historic, but they also are modern, and actually that's single pane. The interior ones are single pane, and there's a storm window on the outside. Ah, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna check a few other windows just to see if that's the case there too. Got decent closet space. There's a little set of shelves back here for stuff. And then there's your hat rack up there. And then don't forget the door that goes out to the driving area. There's a nice skylight in here. Really a lovely room if you were ever to have guests. Now we will go over to the primary bedroom, which is quite a bit larger. That's still a queen bed, I'm pretty sure. Just love those big windows, but they do have blinds on them. Really might be a little tough to reach those, but my suggestion would be to swap those out and put the motorized blinds up there. So then you just need a remote control to open and close it. Single level all through the whole house. There's no steps. Another pretty big closet all the way along there. And then this lovely view out to the courtyard in the back, which I'll show you in a minute, which it's been snowing apricots out there. The apricots are fully blooming right now. We got a similar setup here where it's probably single pane window, and this is a screen on the outside. So maybe they have some backup like storm windows that they can swap back on in the winter. I don't know. I'd have to find that out because there's another storm window on that too. Anyway, it feels lovely in here. It's really does not feel warm at all, even though it's quite warm outside. Good ceilings in the hallway here. Another skylight. Those are all opening skylights, or they are able to be opened. Here's the bathroom. Maybe a tad dated with that tile, but honestly, you could just live with it. It's really nothing that's too scary. So there's where you put all your, that kind of stuff. You've got drawers underneath. There's only one sink. So maybe if we did want to do a remodel of some sort, is put another sink here, but then you lose that drawer space too. It's got a skylight right there. And then this is another like towel linen closet. Also fairly deep. The tub shower combo and the toilet right there. And that's looking right back out to the main gate coming in. Now behind here, you see this is apparently all new. It's not brand new. Okay, it was installed in 2022, so it's 3 years old. That's fine. I mean, that's better than 33 years old, right? There's a condensate pump down there. There's your taco for the radiant. I don't know. There's a Wurzbo controller too. So that's all telling me that it's probably not Kitech because Kitech wasn't around in 1915. But that would be something to look at and confirm, because I can't really tell just by looking at it from here what that tubing material type it is. But it's probably Wurzbo PEX. Here you go with some washer and dryer. These look like they might be slightly older, but you know, if they still work, then great, have at it. You know, because this is clear. Oh, that's just the condensate line there. So that's going to the washer and dryer. That doesn't tell me anything really. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 zones total. Anyway, pretty decent setup. Plus you got some extra room right here. You could actually do a side-by-side, like a regular size washer and dryer if you wanted to. I think that's kind of how it was set up initially. Or just live with this. I mean, that looks perfectly fine to me. And here, you have a handy note card there to say where to put the soap. Let's see, here's our electric panel. It's not huge, that's not surprising. It's possible it's only 100 amp service, but I can't really tell from this. There are a couple of slots free. So in case you did want to maybe put in mini splits, you might be able to get away with using what's there instead of having to upgrade that panel. Might. Cool little house. So they've got it set up here for like a four top. That's a smaller, it's on the side dining table, but you know, if there's only 2 of you here or ever 4, then you're gonna be fine. And a nice little backyard space. I need to be careful so I don't step on the apricots. Looks like there maybe is a water feature or was a water feature over there. And then that's a Japanese maple in the corner. This bad boy right here is the apricot tree. Now, that apricot tree is just as big as the apricot tree in the back of my house, which was built in 1911. So they could be related. Okay, so here's an image view of the outside with that storm window. It does like have that little latch on the top and bottom, so you can just pop those off. And maybe what they do is swap it out, because that one is a screen. So maybe there's more screens in that little garage thing. Here's your clean outs. Definitely would take a look at that, but it's a short run because the street is right there. That road, Aveta, is right across on the other side of the fence there. There's a nice set of roses that could use some deadheading. And then this big pine tree, which, what is this? Let me see if I can figure this out here. Looks like ponderosa. Yeah, but there's 2 of them. Dang. Kind of close to the house. I would just be worried about roots and stuff on that, and I would definitely trim back some more of those branches to get it further away from the house and not hanging directly over the roof. What is the roof? Can't tell. Let me see if I can step back here. Part of it is flat, part of it is pitched. I'm gonna guess the pitched part is metal, but maybe not. They do have gutter guards up there. All the stucco looks great. The exterior woodwork looks great. This place has been really well maintained. I don't see any problems with it at all. So that's about it. I'm gonna head out.